Something that's been showing up on my radar that I'm reading a little bit about is graying divorce.
Mhm.
What we're seeing happen in that middle age America and more. And I'm also thinking about couples in crisis. I want you to speak to people who maybe are in the middle of an absolute disaster. They're probably, as they listen, they've been turning it up, but their heart's just sinking because they feel like there's no real life raft for them. They want God. They're praying for something to happen. What do you say to them, Brad, Marilyn, together in this moment? What can and what should they do?
Well, I'll start with the graying divorce that you brought up initially. It's a lot of it's the fruit of a child-centered society because it's everything revolves around the kids. Kids leaves, and all of a sudden we don't have much, and then within a year or two it falls apart. So I think that contributes. But I talked to an empty nest couple recently. I said, "Man, you got a blank canvas. Man, make it beautiful." And they just really started casting vision about how we could have an amazingly beautiful empty nest. And within a week, they're already starting to get re-excited and reignited about marriage and kind of falling back in love again. So on the gray and divorce thing, when all of a sudden you're trying to figure out a new norm, or maybe you haven't invested, say, okay, let's start now and make this thing great and be patient. So that's the graying divorce. And as it relates to the crisis couple, it's, Marilyn said it earlier, it's, Christ, Christ, and Christ. I mean, he is the only source of peace. He's the only source of, that's where we get everything. And it's when hope is placed in marriage, it feels really hopeless, So the only true hope is found in Jesus. Miriam, would you add to that?
Yes, and get help. It's so important if you're in a crisis place to have other people pouring into you. When Brad and I were in a crisis place at first, I wanted to go to a couple, and Brad didn't. He was like, I don't want to talk to someone about this. But if you're in a place that you're struggling, seek help. There's good Christian counseling out there. There are people that you can, resources through your church, you can find, there's good help out there. So don't just feel like you have to be alone in this.